Hey everyone, welcome back to our little literature corner. Today we are getting personal. We are reading one of Yeats' most heartfelt poems, A Prayer for My Daughter. I'm Ryan, your host today.
Hi, I'm Simon. I'm talking the left side of the poem, and why Yeats is really nervous about beauty.
Hi, I'm Stanley. I get messy stuff, tangled emotions, and political jab yet kind of hide inside baby lullaby.
And I'm Sam. My job is the coolest symbol in the whole poem. The cornucopia, the horn of plenty. Stay till the end for that.
Alright, let's get into it. So, super quick setup. Yeats wrote this in 1990, right after his daughter Anne was born. Picture the scene. A huge Atlantic storm is screaming outside his stone tower in the west of Ireland. The world has just crawled out of World War I, and Ireland itself is sliding into its own violent revolution. And in the middle of all that chaos, here is Liz' new dad rocking his baby, absolutely terrified about the kind of world she's going to grow up in. So the whole poem is he praying. Not for money, not for fame, but for the inner qualities he hopes will keep her safe and happy. Honestly, for a 100-year poem, that's incredibly relatable. Let's dig into what he actually prays for.
Okay, so the first thing that hits me is how much love is buried inside worry. Yeats doesn't just go, I hope my kid is pretty and rich. He's actually anxious about beauty. Listen to this. May should be granted beauty and yet not. Beauty to make a stranger's eye distraught. So he's saying, I want her pretty, but not so pretty that strangers lose their minds over her. Because he thinks too much beauty makes you vain. You start treating beauty as enough, and you, quote, lose natural kindness.
Wait, so he's praying his own daughter won't be too gorgeous? That's bold.
Right? But that's the love part. He rather should be kind and have real friends than be a stunning person nobody truly connects with. He literally says, hearts are not had as gift, but hearts are earned. Love, for Yeats, is something you build, not something your fate hands you.
And here's where Yeats gets complicated in the best way. To prove his point, he put in two famous beauties, Helen of Troy and Venus, the goddess of love. It says Helen found life flat and dull, and Venus who could have literally anyone. Choose a bandy-leg smith for men. The bandy-leg smith is her faceless, the ugly blacksmith god. His point, every mythology most beautiful woman made disastrous choice. So beauty without good judgment is dangerous.
And this isn't just theories for him, right?
Exactly, it's personal. Yeats spent years in love with Morgan, a gorgeous, fiercely political woman who turned down his marriage proposals again and again. So all this fatherly advice is partly his own heartbreak in disguise. And that bleeds straight into the political part. He writes, and intellectual hatred is the worst, so let her think opinions are accursed. It's basically saying, don't let your head fill up with angry political opinions. He watched people he loved get consumed by hatred during Ireland's revolution. He even called it an old bellows full of angry wind. A bellows is the thing that pumps air to make a fire roar. So angry, hot, empty air. Kind of a savage burn from a guy writing a prayer.
Okay, my favorite part, the cornucopia, is that curved horn overflowing with fruit and flowers. The classic symbol of abundance and blessing. In the poem, Yeats calls it the horn of plenty, and listen to what happens to it. It is certain that fine women eat. A crazy salad with their meat, whereby the horn of plenty is undone. Its translation: when beautiful, headstrong people make crazy salad choices, reckless when ones, all that natural abundance, all those blessings just get thrown away. The horn is undone.
So beauty plus bad choices basically empties out the blessing.
Exactly, but here's the twist at the very end of the poem. It says the real horn of plenty isn't beauty or lucky at all. Certain ceremonies a name for the rich horn, and custom for the spreading laurel tree. So true abundance for it comes from ceremony, custom, and rootedness, a calm, ordered, dignified life. The blessing isn't being born lucky, it's building a stable, gracious home. That's the cornucopia he actually wants for his daughter.
Okay, roundtable time. First question: is beauty a blessing or a curse in today?
Honestly, in the age of filters and Instagram, it might be onto something. Beauty gets you attention, but also pressure, comparison, anxiety.
I'll push back low. Beauty opens doors too. The problem isn't beauty itself, it's making in your whole identity. Sensing yes weren't all about just self now.
And the second one, do parents today still worry the way it did?
Oh, 100%. Different storm, same fear. Back then, it was war. Now it's social media, climate change, AI taking our jobs. I think parents will always be a little scared for their kids.
And the last one, what counts as the real cornucopia for us? What's the true abundance?
For years, it was tradition and a steady horn. For me, maybe it's just having people who genuinely care about you. That's the overflowing horn.
Yeah, relationship over riches, and with that.
So, real talk. What do we each take away from this?
For me, it is that love and worry basically the same emotion. My parents nagged me constantly, and now I kind of get it. That's just fear wearing a costume.
I learned that even literally giant like Yeats couldn't fully separate his own heartbreak from his wife's advice, and weirdly, that made the poem feel more real to me, not less.
And it made me actually question what I want out of life. It helped me see what chasing more isn't the same as chasing enough.
And for me, it's wild that a poem from 1919 still nails exactly how it feels to love someone and be scared for them at the same time. That feeling never goes out of date. And that's our deep dive into a prayer for my daughter. Thanks for hanging out with us today.
Bye, everyone.
See ya.
Bye bye!
这样彰显着我们什么松弛感？
彰显着我们直接犯学校的法。
有差吗？我他妈的都在人间教室里面吃饭的。
确实啊，对。
他那个前面老师在问我，人间教室可以吃饭吗？我说不行，看右边。好像犯法的是他，不是我。
收一下啦。